Dead? Why, you are correct. The colorless complexion, lack of pulse, glazed eyes, all indicate total pulmonary trauma.
Watson, as does this butch knife in his back.
Ah, goes me as joy. That's such a black and thin, I say.
Sharp connection with the lid.
But who am I seeing?
Oh my gosh! What happened to Mr. Raven?
He's dead.
What? He was the best boss ever. How did this happen?
He was your boss.
Of course. I'm his secretary. Have to be here.
Well, I'm so very sorry for your loss. But me and Phil have to wait.
I can't believe it. What?
Wait, can you tell us more?
His name was Raven, owner of the Raven Med Company. He had insight wisdom teeth, but generally a fine health.
And you are?
You know who I am, Holmes. I filled your second floor of the left 15 years ago. And I invited you here.
Ah, Dr. Cavity, the renowned dentist.
The one who kept me when we started teeth.
The same, Watson.
This, I take it, is your associate?
Yes, Watson, please. Just say hello.
Hello, Watson. I mean, Dr. Cavity. Say, I'm a molar that can kill him.
Watson, we're working on a different kind of killing here. Tell me, Doctor, who is this voluptuous creature?
Oh, you silly goose, that's my nurse, Miss Gay.
Okay, Judy.
Novel name, no one.
Please make your acquisition, Mr. Holmes. I hear you tell stories of your remarkable powers of destruction.
Well, Miss Gay, I'm sure you have some very remarkable powers of your own. Say, nice place you have here.
It's not much, but I call it home, Holmes. You see what I did? I'm sure of it.
Seems like plenty to me. 38 luxury rooms, maids, butlers, private game reserve.
I've drilled long and hard to get to this station in life. Now I'll let some beer burn in my living room. It was a perfectly good weekend for my guests.
There are others here then?
Oh yes, that was season open yesterday. We got a whole herd upstairs.
And you arrived earlier, you met Caroline, including the late Mr. Reagan.
Sorry to be so late, Cavity. But Watson here, Watson, took us on a wrong turn, and we ended up in Montana.
Easy enough to go out here, but no harm done. I suspect the bridge will be out soon enough, so no one's leaving.
Ooh, stuck in the hunting lodge with a day's killer. Sounds like an old Betsy Davis movie to me.
Very noble, don't you think? Tomorrow's really enough to be a good guess. But why don't you tell me about the late Mr. Raven?
Oh, what's with that?
We were eating dinner.
He didn't feel very well, so he excused himself from the table. Apparently he came in here. A short time later, we heard a scream.
It was Claudia's cellular.
Claudia, the one who won the Oscars last year.
You're familiar with her.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Down, Watson! Miss Cellular discovered the body.
Just as you see it.
Did anyone leave the table during dinner?
Well, everyone left during dinner.
What rude guess, eh, Holmes? Where's your manners?
You don't know the book.
What was served?
Boiled ham and marnica.
Giving everyone ample reason to leave the table and return.
Well enough right now.
Was this Cyrene a close friend of yours?
A family patient. That's what all my name is, Holmes.
What do you think, Watson?
I think we'd best get to the cool and gas.
Quite right, old bean. Tell me, Doctor, do you have a place where this body will lay?
The vegetable bit is a bit small, but perhaps they can walk into it. I'll have a redneck like room.
Very good. And tomorrow's really enough to be a good guess.
Rednecks!
And what's up, Doc? Time pops. Good heavens, a noose! Yep, so you sleep here 13 naps for your luck.
Yes. This is Sherlock Holmes and his associate, Dr. Watson.
Hello, Sherlock Holmes? Shut up, GSCS. How we gonna do? We're gonna get there, get your
Mr. Holmes and Watson arrived to resolve Mr. Reed's untimely demise.
I hope you catch the cool too.
Check the plane, dummy. Oh. Meet me tomorrow morning in the loop. I'll be great at Red Rose. I have important news. You are in great danger.
Danger?
Never fear, Watson. You should be used to it by now. Oh, golly gee willikers, I hate when people shoot at me.
What about me? Well, we got nice little stuff. Yeah. Why? What else?
The bridge down.
Oh, Watson. So we really are stuck, and there's a killer on the loose. I can tell this is going to be one of those cases.
No, it's just keep it going. Yeah.
I tell you once again, Mr. Eager, you leave at your own risk. Besides, Holmes wants to speak with her this morning. But about please won't go very far as I trust the damage. We'll call me mad and make sure sailing grass.
Going somewhere, Mr. Eager?
You thought it's technical.
What I say, Bridges out.
Well, that'll make me want to speak off.
You are the daredevil, Mr. Eager.
3-time winner of the Grand Prix Monaco. Once a winner of the City 500. And what a transcriber of the year. I'm back because
Before you left, then, may I ask you a few questions? Did you know it's side-rated?
Sure. All right, if you ask me. You couldn't go just as soon as you live.
But didn't you finance your second wing in Indianapolis?
Yeah, that's no secret. And it isn't any secret that you're looking crazy for his demands. You know what I got for that race? Not one rinse in. Not even a foot. I got nothing.
You sound bitter, Mr. Eager.
Yeah, I'm bitter. And I shouldn't have shed any tears in my last night.
Did you leave the table during dinner after Mr. Rated left?
Have you ever seen Gold Camel?
Easy, McMuffin. You seem to have quite the temper.
Do I?
I know that you once lost a signing suit you brought against Cyrene.
Oh, that's stale news, Mr. Holmes. What prompted you suit? Something to that effect. He didn't want any of his guys cutting up any McMuffin burgers because they split the blades.
Evidence proved you correct.
Could I help it if they use an old Cali recipe? Revenge! A motive for murder! Hey, Holmes. How you voted? Dr. Bird.
Stupid ingrate! You misplaced my mail file! I can't live without sharpened claws!
Vodka, cellular, Starzane, and Scream.
Where the red rose she must be.
I'm sorry, Miss Cellular, forgive me, but I'll find it, I promise. Quickly, Chrissy, or you'll pay. Dearly.
Miss Cyrene. So you don't have any message?
Sure, Sherlock, I have a message for you. The dog. And speaking of pests, why didn't you talk to our little bat lady over there?
Clever, Claudia. Remember the old saying, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words only end up in a large out-of-court settlement.
New costume sketches?
Yes, for that new Spielberg production of Godzilla.
So you're designing ape suits now? I was just so disappointed you didn't get the title role. It would have been fun covering you with Bird.
Mr. I'm Sherlock Holmes. And this is my associate, Dr. Watson.
A suggestion. The hat is all wrong. Just keep it off like that. And Doctor and Sherlock, you would make a real statement in cowboy boots.
Really, Watson? Mister, we noticed you're wearing a red rose.
I found it on my dressway this morning.
I see. What do you know about the murder?
He was just all wrong. His hair and legal flash terrorism on the blood. And honestly, if getting equally, his socks would show. He would have worn a match set.
I'm sure the surprise was all his.
I suppose you're right.
Do you have any reason to kill him?
I didn't like his outfits, but I never killed because of it.
Do you know who might have wanted him out of the way?
Practically everyone. Elroy, I told you the bridge is out.
Oh dear, Sherlock, I want to go home.
Well, you can. Now take my daughter to the Harlem Fair cowbooks and get a watch. Lights start to my tonight. And who are you?
I'm Sherlock Holmes at your service.
The great detective.
Elroy, what did I ask you to do?
Take the cowboys to your girl.
Move it, Elroy. I don't fly everywhere with you.
Oh, yes, you do, Sherlock. Yes, you do.
So, you're the great detective investigating that murder last night. Well, I hope you find out who stabbed that poor dear man.
How do you know he was stabbed?
How? I overheard it last night. Someone mentioned the witness records.
Did you by any chance send us a message?
Hardly. Why?
The rose.
I found it on my dresser this morning.
What is this about the rose?
Let me tell you. Dr. Watson and I received a message from someone saying we are a great lady. The writer said she would be wearing a red rose.
All right, folks. We got bugs and cops. Don't burn on the heart. Best we meet group disciples. Almost home?
I am rather hungry. Any word on the snow?
Oh, I tell you, it's getting new on the feet like Sherlock. Do we have any decent food? We've got everything from raccoons to moose and all the beans squeezed together.
Oh, yummy! I'd sooner starve.
Maybe then you fit into your costume.
What else? Speedy Bobby, the race car guy. Isn't he out there driving his Prius?
Go
appears to be a kitty.
My greatest invention. Burger, fries, tiny soft drink, a cookie, off of the bill, price of $6.25.
Robbery, if you ask me.
Well, how else do you think you pay for all those TV commercials?
Well, wait. The bridge is out, the storm, and there's a storm outside. How could we have gotten the mail? Aunt Jemima, care to explain?
I really don't know. I just went up, found the small cloud, got to one small one and I disappeared. But a kitty was sitting right there, that's the snow.
Seems fresh, alright.
Ha! You'd still need a geology here to cut through that, Rose Burger.
Why, this mini mac is the world's tastiest sandwich. 2 light patties, special sauce, on a plain old bun. Over 500 million have been sold.
Don't tell the fake, Duncan. We've already had 2 murders here.
You see, when I was a boy,
Oh, please.
my teachers told me I never amounted to anything. They told me to drop out of school. But did I listen to them? No. I stuck it out. I graduated from Yale, and then my associates told me I'd never take it like hamburgers. But did I listen to them? No. Look at me, Holmes. I never listened.
This time, McMilton, you should have listened to me.
It's Steve.
I'm your friend.
Watson, quit embarrassing me. It's doornail. Dead as a doornail.
Good morning, all. What a wonderful sleep I had. Oh, Mr. McMuffin, looks like you're still a little drowsy. Oh, Mother, he's dead. Oh, dear.
And I'm Sherlock Holmes. And this is my associate, Dr. Watson.
Miss Birdie, your daughter.
The genius. I'm 28.
You don't look much over 5.
That's my IQ, Uranus.
That's what it is.
Holmes and Watson arrived late, but
How rude. You missed the first murder, you know.
But not the second or third.
Second, third.
Mr. McMuffin was poisoned sleeping midnight.
That's not murder. That's natural causes.
And poor Mr. Eager drove that Prius of his straight into the mountain.
Not money, how long won't we hold us down?
Is there any room for him in the cooler?
It's getting dark in there.
Come on, Mama. Walk in our house, got the ready.
Doctor, are these all your guests?
He's after me! Oh,
Where is she? Let me show you.
what's this about, Nova?
I just broke a fingernail.
Oh, my poor baby.
Doctor, who is this maroon Danish?
Dr. Philippe speaks. Dr. Sullivan, you break it, I fix it.
He wants to nail the new nail on.
But it won't break off again.
Doctor, press your hands really quickly.
You want to dance? I
No.
will be lost.
I really don't want to dance. Your hands are dirty.
Break fluid. He could have.
Doctor, allow me, please, step aside. Were you out in the garage early today?
Fixing this, fixing that.
And it was you. Doctor, allow me. Did you know Cyrated?
Be rated? Never.
It's a lie. Julia, it isn't nice to come back to the middle. Stop it, Hunter.
That's no way to talk to your mother. You get sort of a little trim.
Listening is really bad, Hunter. Do you think you're supposed
when we're being followed. Come on.
Rose, there's a message tacked to it.
Another one? Just. The rose was a ruse. Sorry, you twos. Meet me tonight when the moon is bright, right here.
Well, we're getting a runaround on this, folks.
Yes, but according to my calculations, the moon is brightest at 1:45 a.m.
But that's the middle of our nighty night.
Don't pout, Watson!
I'm coming.
Come on.
It stops automatically. Huh? It stops automatically.
The scream's coming from over there.
We're going to get Dr. Cavitaire.
Watson, please.
Oh, Mr. Holmes, it was terrible.
What happened, Miss Sutherland?
Priscilla, that little drip, she's gone.
No surprise when we treat her.
She didn't leave because she wanted to.
You mean she was kidnapped?
Of course. It was a masked man. He was hiding behind the curtain in her bedroom, and when she moved near the window, he grabbed her and slipped outside.
Who was that masked man?
Elementary, Watson. Alone Street. Come on, we'll follow him.
And what am I supposed to do without my maid? Billy. Oh.
My dear, I'm Daisy Rose. Is there something I can help you with?
I'm just getting over the shock my boss is sending me money.
This is dear Walter Tesla. With the modernization of stereo horns by Adam Levine, I think I'm better with that. Right? Go ahead, Neil.
You're like the loudest out of all of them. Good job. Thank you. Oh, okay.
Seems you been taking the gold out of the key?
Gold isn't burglars. Just remember, Watson. All that glitter is not gold. Quick, someone else is coming. Let's hide.
Good heavens, I'm tired of hiding.
I don't have the rupees yet.
You had till midnight.
I thought because of the snow.
Yeah.
Look, tell me, Mama, I need more time.
That's the jacket paid off.
Give me until tomorrow. My assets aren't liquid yet. I'll have double that by noon. Now, how about the coffee for you? I'll have a bit. Rednecks.
Now, boss, get it out.
Council, the special brew.
Ah, you mean the special
This couch is very comfortable.
But there are locks on the doors.
It's okay, Doctor. I'll be right here, right?
Well, can I go along and get some things?
What kind of things?
You know, things.
Oh, yes. Go along and be quick. We don't want the killer to miss his chance. Night, Watson.
Not Holmes, big and all that. I'm good.
Oh, I've been expecting you. How about a little chat? This was excellent.
I feel better knowing that you're down here somewhere, Mr. Holmes. Night, night. Ah, you both Teddy. You both my teddy bear. Mr. Holmes, Mr. Holmes. Holmes, where are you?
Right here.
Where were you, Mr. Holmes?
I need a piece of my puzzle.
You were out playing games. You have me sitting here playing squatting duck.
Sorry, Jack.
I'll just send you to a photo school, it'll be great.
Need my beauty sleep.
Why? It doesn't do any good.
It's only dawn.
Simple. I have solved the murderous here. I play Western Man.
I'm sure it doesn't blow up, so we'll still be able to get this over with. Oh, Mother, something wrong with us.
Sherlock Holmes is never wrong, Christopher.
Quite frightful, you mean?
Then go ahead, Holmes. We're all ears.
I know. It's the nurse. She both Teddy.
Go up.
Oh, Clint and I.
Don't say a word. I'll call a lawyer.
I suggest you wait, Captain.
When I saw her, she both Teddy. She thought it was me.
Watson! Thank you, Watson.
Looky here. Up with the cows.
We run guns and coffee and a cup.
We'll let you get back to your village just as soon as the truth is revealed, Jemima. Is why are we all here?
I told you before. You are all valued patients.
Valuable or valuable? Let us assume we are valuable patients who would then murder Cyrene. We have several possible motives here. Claudius said, step. Cyrene helped you in your poorly paid years as a Hollywood star. But in order to get to him, you had to steal him from a famous costume designer.
All right, it's true. I left side, but then lost it. But if I killed anyone, it would have been Claudia. The critics did that years ago.
Ray had also offended McMuffin, but McMuffin himself was murdered. Could Claudia or Twyla also want to murder McMuffin? I think not. But, Miss Bird, you yourself are not so clean.
Yes, that's right. I used to manage a Buffy franchise.
But he fired you for refusing to cut down on the portions of the French fry servers.
He was a beast. 79 cents for 2 ounces was robbery. But Mr. Holmes,
No. You liberated, but perhaps two.
2 110. Alright, Mr. Holmes, you obviously know about my visit to Mr. McGuffin on June 24th of last year. I went to plead for my mother's job. If he would
You are not so clever.
Me? I never knew everything happened.
As they say in Italy, that is 100% below. You are his strange sister, cut out from the family, where you refused to marry one of the owners of the McMuffin franchise.
And I hope that if he was the model of the daughter of the Bucket Clown, how would you like to wake up to that fuzzy red hair of mine?
So, you married Elwood to escape your brother's clutches.
And I hope that Alvaro was the lesser of two evils.
Oh, darn!
That's slaughter!
That brings us to our next person, Mr. Ether, who lived fast and died even faster, 98 miles an hour to be exact. Or Mr. Ether drove that business straight into that mountain.
So who is it, Mr. Holmes? The suspense is killing me.
Oh, ow, my tooth. Suddenly it hurts. Watson, give me a chair.
Well, Holmes, I am this. I can take a look at it.
Yes, would you? Watson, translate for me.
Dr. Captain, it appears you are the only thing we have in common here. Is this tooth right back here? Sharp pain on the surface? You all realize that according to Dr. Cavalcant's appointment book, we are all his patients here on January 16th. And there, it feels like our molars were filled with something sharp, possibly a diamond. A diamond, an uncut diamond smuggled into this country. What better place to hide it than in your patient's teeth?
Don't try anything, Doctor. You're covered.
He's aiming at me, Holmes.
Dr. Captain, I suggest you look behind you.
Well, Captain is suspected much. I knew it was you.
That's why you tried to eliminate Vixen, to cover up for your boss. have